everyone, welcome back to my channel. For my video today, I have a tag video. This was a tag that was created by Super Dacob, and I was tagged by my lovely friend Flo from Flo in the City. I will link both of their videos down below. So the topic of this tag is my least expensive or my cheapest luxury handbag. Kind of sounds like an oxymoron, but in all honesty, if you're a smart shopper or you just hold on to things long enough, they actually start to look like a real bargain. So I have 5 bags to show you today, and I'm going to start off with the least expensive to the most expensive, and we're going to begin with this lovely bag right here. This is a Burberry bag, as anybody can tell who is familiar with Burberry. It is a hobo style. I don't even know what the name of this bag is. It's quite old already. But the reason that this is my least expensive bag is because I actually inherited it from my mother. When she passed away, my sister and I kind of divvied up some of her belongings. And this was her pride and joy, her favorite handbag. She took this everywhere. She loved it. And she also loved this style. So I don't think I saw her in the last probably 40 years of her life when she wasn't carrying some sort of a hobo bag like this. Now, they are kind of coming back in style, so I'm pretty sure that I'm going to be able to get some use out of this bag. But as you can see, it is the check pattern, but it is at an angle, which I find really cool. It has the coated canvas, but it also has beautiful leather trim with a really substantial hook right here. However, the strap is not really very adjustable. I guess you could shorten it, but you cannot make it any longer than this, but it's nice and roomy inside. And like I said, my mother just loved this style bag. There's a couple pockets inside and so forth. And so every time I think of it or see it, I just think of my mother. And basically this bag was free because I inherited it from my mom. So definitely can't be free, right? Okay, next up I have another Burberry bag. I don't think I've ever talked about this bag. And ironically, my mother bought me this bag. She did love Burberry. She got it for me for Christmas one year. It was very popular style, and it was really not considered like a pochette. Like we would look at this nowadays and go, oh, that's a pochette for sure. No, this was definitely sold separately, and it was meant to be like just a little carry bag, which you actually tucked under your arm like this. And turned out to be a really great bag for like going to concerts. So anytime I would go to a concert, I would take this bag because all you needed was your keys, your card, your ID, and some cash. And so this was the perfect little size. You didn't have to worry about it hanging down and getting caught on anything, or, you know, being pickpocketed or anything. It's just an open area inside. It has a very nice canvas lining, has some leather on the strap, of course, and leather around the size as well, but it is about the size of, maybe it's a little bit larger than the Louis Vuitton, what is that thing called? The cosmetic case that's the size 15. So I would say this is just a tiny bit bigger. The only thing that I find a little bit weird about this bag is that you can't make it into like a wristlet. There is a clip here, and it will clip to other things. So if you have a tote and you want to clip it into your tote, that is cool, but you can't really do anything with respect to making this into any kind of a wristlet, which is unfortunate because I think I could get a little bit more use out of it if it were a wristlet. However, it still is a very nice little bag, and I believe this one cost about $275 at the time, which was probably pretty pricey for a tiny little bag, but nowadays the price seems pretty reasonable. So that's my Burberry Pouch. Okay, moving on to Louis Vuitton. So I have talked about this bag before. This is a bag called the sac d'épaule, which means shoulder bag. It is in the épée noire, and as you can see, it has this very unique shape to it. It is sort of a triangular shape, but it has like an octagon shape on the bottom. It is just a big bucket bag, and it was popular back in the 90s. It's a big black hole inside there. That's the only problem with this bag. But I did use it oh gosh, I probably carried this steady for at least a year. I loved it because it was unique, it was roomy, and it went with everything because of the black, of course. Plus, I just love Epie Noir anyway. It's very understated. Nobody really knows. Who doesn't know Louis Vuitton? Nobody would know that this is a Louis Vuitton bag, except for maybe the embossing on the little belt closure right there. Even the hardware is blacked out, which is kind of a cool feature. But the bag itself is quite old. Like I said, it's from the 90s. And I got this bag on eBay. I was obsessed with the Minister Gabrielle bucket bag, and I put my name on the waiting list, but I was still waiting for it, and I just wanted a bucket bag in the worst way. I spotted this one on eBay. It was a great price. It was just about $300, I believe. And so I picked it up. I thought I couldn't go wrong for a genuine Louis Vuitton, especially in the Epie Noir leather, which I really, really love. So it has turned out to be a really fun bag. Haven't used it in a little while, but I got so much use out of it when I did first get it that I feel like I definitely got my money's worth out of that one. All right, we're going up slightly in price now with my YSL Uptown clutch. And I got this one on sale, so I think it was about $3.25, so it's just a little bit more expensive than the Louis Vuitton Sac d'Épaule. And this, of course, is a clutch, but a very, very roomy clutch, really nicely made by YSL. There's not a whole lot to say about it. Even the magnet is very discreet. You can see the indentation of the magnet there and there, but other than this beautiful little logo on the front, there's really not a whole lot to it. It looks very much like an envelope, but it feels so nice, and it is the perfect clutch when you are going out to an event and you just want something simple and easy. And again, a really great price point. I did get it on sale from Essence, and so it was just about $3.25, which I thought was a great price at the time. I believe they have gone up since then, but I would still not hesitate because I think it is a very, very useful bag and timeless. You really can't go wrong with something this simple and elegant looking. And I just think, even though I haven't used it much with the advent of COVID and everything, people have not been having like formal events or anything, but we're starting to come out of that now, and I have every expectation that I am going to get a lot more use out of this beautiful little clutch, my Uptown clutch. And my final bag today, which I guess is not really inexpensive, but, and I've talked about this so many times on my channel. I probably have like 6 or 7 times where I've talked about this bag. This is my Speedy 25 in the Epie Noir. I bought this brand new. It was my very first luxury handbag. It cost $600 back in 2001. So I bought it on December 31st of 2001. So it makes it 21 years old. Yes, 21 years old. And it looks phenomenal. The leather has held up like nobody's business. I mean, this thing is indestructible. And the hardware, I don't know, I feel like the hardware nowadays is not as good as the hardware that this was, because even the lock and the D-rings and everything and the zipper pull, nothing has gotten that weird, you know, like those spots that you get on it, that tarnish that you get, but I haven't had any of that. And of course, if you look at the price of your Speedies nowadays, now currently they do not have an Epie Speedy, but they come and go. Every couple of years I feel like they come back with a different version of it, but of course the Speedy is a classic, and this bag is a classic all on its own. I have never once regretted buying this bag. I've always found it to be beautiful. I found it to be functional, roomy, understated, gorgeous. I still use it and love it till this day, and that's 21 years almost of not constant, but very, very frequent use. Just looking, and there might be a little scratch right there. Not bad for 20 plus years. So yeah, when you look at or think about the price of this, I believe it was $680 to be exact. And now you look at the price of the bags today, you know, you wish you could go back in time, but this was my very first luxury bag. Never regretted this, and I will never let this one go because it is just such a classic and so beautiful. So that is it for my video today. I am just going to tag anybody out there who has not done this tag because it's been around for a while and I'm not really sure who has done it and who has not done it, but it is a great idea. So show us your cheapest or least expensive luxury bag. So if you have any comments or questions, please leave them down below. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Take care.